Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to explain you types of bank. In India, there are different types of bank like central bank, schedule bank, unscheduled bank, commercial bank, cooperative bank, public sector bank, private sector bank and many more. So now I am going to explain each and everything in detail. First is central bank, which is also known as RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Central Bank is a national bank that provides financial and banking services for its country's government and commercial banking system, as well as it also implement the government monetary policy and issue the currencies. Because of all these things, it is also known as banker to government and banker to banks. Second is schedule bank. Schedule banks are those banks which are covered under the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. So those banks who are having minimum paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees, they are only qualified for being a schedule bank. And for schedule bank, RBI lend the loan at bank rate only. In India, the scheduled banks are Axis Bank, Dena Bank, Union Bank, Allahabad Bank, etc. Next is non-scheduled bank. Non-scheduled banks are just opposite of scheduled bank. Those banks which are not covered under the second schedule of RBI Act 1934 are known as unscheduled bank. These banks are not having a paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees. So those banks who are having less than 5 lakh paid up capital, they are qualified for being unscheduled bank. Unscheduled bank in India are Krishna Bhima Samriddhi Local Area Bank Limited, Coastal Local Area Bank Limited, Capital Local Area Bank Limited, etc. Next is commercial bank. Commercial bank are those banks which are regulated and managed under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. These banks are profit making banks based on their business model. So their main purpose is to make profit. Their primary function is to granting the loan to the government, to the general public and to the corporate, and also they accept the deposits. Here the commercial bank is again divided into four parts. First is public sector bank. The public sector bank are also known as nationalized bank. The public sector banks are governed by the government of India. The government hold the majority stake at these banks. If I talk about the largest public sector bank in India after post merger, SBI is the largest public sector bank by the volume. It is also ranked among the top 50 bank in world. In India, there are so many public sector banks like SBI, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank, Bank of India, Indian Bank, etc. Now, second commercial bank is private sector bank. Private sector banks are those banks in which the shareholders hold the majority stakes. Means the government not hold here. The government is not holding the most of stake. In here, the stakeholders hold the majority stake. Reserve Bank of India lays down all the rules and regulation for private sector bank. In India, the private sector banks are Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and many more. Third type of commercial bank is foreign sector bank. Now, the foreign sector banks are those banks who are operating as a private entity in India, but its headquarter in foreign country. They are governed by both the country they are located in as well as the country they had headquarter in. In India, there are some foreign banks such as Citibank, Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC Bank, etc. And the fourth commercial bank is Regional Rural Bank. Now, the regional rural banks are those banks who were established mainly to support the weaker and lesser fortunate section of the society, like marginal farmers, laborers, small enterprises, etc. Their main operate at regional level at different state and may have branches in urban areas as well. Their main works are supporting to the rural and semi-urban regions. They also distribute the pensions and disbursement of wages to the workers. Other than it, they also provide the facilities of banks like lockers, providing the cards like debit and credit cards. And the last is Cooperative Bank. Cooperative Bank is run by the elected member of the managing committee and it is registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912. So, those banks who are only run by the elected member and who are registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912 are known as cooperative bank. There are one rule for cooperative bank, that is no profit, no loss. They generally serve to the entrepreneur, enterprises, small businesses and self-employed people. So this is all about the types of bank in India. Hope you like the video. Please do like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel with and always learn with me.